Sick in the head.
Welcome, everyone,
No.
to the Everything Show. I am your host, Lord 212, and I'm with Scott, who said he's sick in the head. Why are you sick in the head?
What you just said.
All right. What's up, Vaughn?
What's up?
All right, Vaughn. We have to cure you, Vaughn, because we don't like you being sick. So I need to ask you some questions.
Sure.
Okay. Your nose is running.
Yep.
Your eyes are watering.
Yep.
Sore throat.
No.
Upset stomach.
Yes.
Ears clogged.
No.
Dry eye.
No.
Oh, it sounds to me.
Sleep. You're not sleeping.
I suffer from insomnia, so I have to have medicine to keep me asleep.
Okay.
It sounds like she's suffering from Hoovian withdrawal.
Ah, ah. So, how long have you had this? Week? 2 weeks?
If I'm gonna be truthful, a couple of months now.
Holy shit!
Damn.
Oh no. Did you ever think that maybe it isn't a cold? Is it maybe it's like mold or something, or like
Yeah,
Uh,
that's good. Yeah.
I went to the doctor. They said it probably more like the allergies,
allergies?
so they gave me medicine for allergies.
All right, and it's not working.
It's not working.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Ew.
So like, what you take NyQuil? What do you take?
It's,
Don't overdose on NyQuil because that guy killed his wife for
no.
drinking too much.
Oh
Supposedly.
goodness.
Yeah, no.
No. I don't take NyQuil at all. It's a combination of my tooth hurting now, so
Oh no.
I have to
Ooh.
take.
That's what Vaughn. You could have an infection in your mouth that's stimulating all of that.
Probably.
It's not anything to do with allergies. Did you tell your doctor that you have a toothache or whatever? No.
Yeah.
Dentists and doctors are different. If
Yeah,
you took care of the tooth, might wipe everything out.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. But the problem is, I have no dental insurance or anything. So
You got to get the care card, like we got, that I got. Yeah,
how much is the care card?
it's free. I mean, it's
Really?
like a credit card, but I mean, you're gonna be charging the care card.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
But,
look into that.
gotta look into that. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably the reason. I've been taking nothing but what is it? Oh God.
Well, at least I'm not making you sick.
No.
Same here.
Advil.
Yeah.
That's what I've been taking.
Advil.
Advil.
But you can't take too much Advil because then it creates problems with the walls of your stomach.
Oh jeez.
It will destroy the lining of your stomach. That's why you have problems with your stomach. So you got to take something other than Advil. We'll talk off here. I know. We did our medical little segment. We're talking about a lot of things on the Everything Show lately.
We've been running the gamut
We
lately.
talked about soft porn. We talked about soaps.
Soap operas.
We talked about people sitting on eggs.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot. Now we're talking about your medical history, Vaughn. Yeah. We're trying to explore different regions of the YouTube verse. Basically, or Matrix Lord verse.
It is called the Everything Show, so
That's right. So, all right. Now that we got the medical part out of the way, I do want to talk about today. I stumbled upon the second Amazon bookstore that I wasn't aware opened 3 weeks ago silently. No advertisements, no stories, no nothing.
Wait,
Amazon
bookstore.
Google Pay thing? Because I noticed it was like a grocery store or something that opened.
No. This is a bookstore. I don't know about that, but this is an Amazon bookstore, just like Barnes and Noble's. Amazon has one there.
What?
So, and here's the story. I went in there and I was like all psyched.
Yeah.
And of course, I was like, oh, do you have books by this author here? You know, Joseph J. Camp Joseph. And they're like, no. I'm like, wow, you got to get. But then
Would
I
you
told
like
the
me to say so?
well, no. Then I told the manager, I said, look, I wrote 12 books and you don't got not one. I says, I know you just opened and it's a new thing for Amazon to have bookstores, but my books are in Barnes and Noble, my books are whatever.
Yeah.
So then she gave me this card, this special card
Really?
that I can't really say what's on it, but
special powers.
I contacted these special people from the card. And if you contact them and you talk to them, because only you can get this card if they give you the card. They don't give it the card to everybody.
Yeah.
So then I made a request for them to carry it. There is a possibility they may carry some.
My mind is blown that Amazon has a bookstore just like Barnes and Nobles right now.
Yes.
That's got to be a very, very new thing because I have never.
It is very new thing. It is newer than new. They just opened the first one in New York on like a couple of months ago in the summertime.
Right.
And I saw them building this one months ago, and I'm like, I didn't know. I would figure they had a big thing in the paper or something. Not this one. They just quietly opened, sneaked it in there.
But honestly, Barnes and Noble do need some type of competition. They cannot be.
They do.
They need some rivalry going on.
Well, the only thing I'm worried about is I don't want it to be competition for my buddies.
Right.
You know, and of the comic book variety. Because the one thing I don't want is the comic book stores to close because of Amazon. So I'm a little worried about it. But then I went in there, I'm like, nah, there's no chance, I don't think.
No,
but then again, I don't know. But
Amazon is trying to compete with Barnes and Nobles. I mean, they not. I mean, it's not even your buddies have nothing to worry about because they're not even trying to. They're not trying to do a specialized niche. They actually trying to go up against Barnes and Nobles.
All right, so here's the thing. Yeah.
I've looked in Barnes because, like I said, I'm like pretty much like a mile away from a Barnes and Noble, and I've gone in there and I looked through, and it's okay. I mean, I know when Doctor Who's out due to the magazine selection, but I look on Amazon, and half the time things that Barnes and Noble's got priced out the wazoo, a hell of a lot cheaper. I mean, I hate that, but
because of their third-party format, like you can get from third-party sources on Amazon for way cheaper.
So what I want to talk about tonight is I've talked, again, I don't really talk about my books on YouTube that much at all. I mean, if you count 5,000, almost 300 videos, I maybe did like 12 or 15 or whatever of those videos. But I do have to bring this up because, again, I am trying to get the sales up for Promised Dream. If I get 500 sold, I get a book signing with Barnes & Noble. Now, the flip side, we talked about this before, the flip side, though, is, of course, there's other companies besides Barnes & Noble.
Right.
And Amazon is one of them. Now, if with Amazon, I need anybody that goes into the Amazon bookstores in the city, request for Promised Dream or any of my books that you want for them to have it. And then it's going to be on like Donkey Kong because then it's like a domino effect.
Yeah.
It took years for Barnes & Nobles to carry my books.
Right.
Now the most books they have are 4 in some stores of mine, which that creates a trend to all the other different companies because they look at that and they're saying, well, Barnes & Nobles is carrying it. Maybe I could carry or maybe I should carry it. And that's the whole goal. It's like a domino positive effect where Amazon may carry it, then Strand may carry it, and that's the goal.
Yeah.
I am all about evolution, evolving as a writer, besides evolving with YouTube. But this is I put my heart and soul into these, and I really want them to take off. So if you come across, and all I ask is if anybody is going to, in New York City, or if there's any other Amazon bookstores besides New York City, all I want you to do is I want you to request them to carry this. You don't even have to buy it. Request them. Because my old philosophy is the old-fashioned bookstores there was a recent poll where they were doing better than the electronic books, the ebooks.
Yeah.
That, in other words, people are not going to go away and the bookstores are going to go away because we found out. So my thing is that you can't physically online, unless you know the title, you will never find it. So there's nothing to search. Like, you don't walk around in a store online. But in a physical bookstore, if I'm on the shelf and somebody passes by and sees the cover, they say, let me check this out. That's the advantage to online. Online,
I find a lot of my books anyway. I used to. It's like
good old-fashioned bookstore.
Bookstore and go, oh, okay.
Right. So
of course, I'm looking for like sci-fi, fantasy, stuff like that.
And I'm passionate about my books because, to me, I should have book 15 out already. So, again, it's all about the sales, all about whatever. So I was just talking to Sharon, and she's like, we have a lot of books here because I get a whole bunch of author copies for free. And she wants me to sell those, and that's great. I can. But besides me selling my copies, I need these in stores, or I need people talking it up, taking pictures, sharing it everywhere. So if you take a picture on Facebook, share it in a Barnes & Noble or any of the bookstores. You like the book, share it. Share the pages. Share whatever. So that way these can grow for me. And I really want them to grow because I want to do other books. And right now, financially, I can't do it. So my whole thing is now, which book will reach 500? Will it be this one, which so far so good? Or will it be the new one, Perfect Witch, which came out of the starting gate and was the first book in history to be in a live bookstore 2 days after it was released. 2 days in a Barnes Noble, in the biggest Barnes Noble in the city, like 50th Avenue and Union Square. It was there. So my thing is, it's a great thing because I want to see which one does it. Will it be this one? Will this one? Or will it be something else? Maybe it will be Paradise Life.
So Amazon Prime would help get you a percentage off because you know how Barnes & Noble has their
here's the thing. I found out. I found out as a consumer, if I had Amazon Prime, I can get the Marvel Legends figures for $16 and change.
Yep.
And I was like, ooh. But I'm not going to buy my own books, so that's not going to help.
No.
Because then I'll be broke, and then that won't really defeat the purpose.
That don't even make sense to buy your own books. You're trying to sell them.
Right, and the only thing is I have free copies. What do I need to buy my books?
Exactly.
They give me a box or two of these things, so I can just, So my whole, look, it has to sell by, people have to buy it, People have to buy it, people have to talk it up, and then and only then will it be in the bookstores. The biggest problem that I have is not getting it so much in certain stores, but once they sell out, I have a problem where they don't replenish it. And for the life of me, I don't understand why. And here's the thing. If they are in the bookstores, before people think that I'm rich or something, when I say sell out, I'm saying even if there's 2 on the shelf and it sells out. Not that there's 50. So don't think right away there's 50 books in each of my stores. No. There's probably 1 or 2 laying around in a bookstore. 1 or 2. And if it sells, I only get $1.60. Or if it's a hardcover, $2.40. So don't think right away, oh my God, Matrix Flows rich. No, it's not. So the thing is, I need my subscribers' help. Anybody that could just talk it up, help me. I would take pictures or do something showing where it is. Help me out that way. Share it on Facebook. Share my books, and maybe this could grow to monumental proportions. And again, I'm doing it. No matter what, I'm doing book 13. It's happening. Nobody can stop it. I'm doing it. I don't even care if I don't sell 1 more book. I'm doing book 13. So that's a commitment. And that's not going to come out to next year, probably. But I'm excited. I'm excited because, we sold 1 today. And anytime I sell a book, I'm like, oh, because people want, I'm like, okay. So, and I'm excited when I see, and again, for me to have anything remotely profitable, it has to sell a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. For me to get a royalty of $30 or something, do you know how many they sold? I mean, if they're $1.60 each, I sold a lot. Not a lot, like, hundreds of thousands, but, just to get that $30 or $50 or whatever, you had to sell quantities, man. Quantities. So I want to see where it goes. I want to see which book wins the race. I want to see how fast it will take me after the profitability to do another one. And then I want to see if I could actually sell my books directly too, because that was another thing that Sharon pointed out. She's like, it's good if you do that, but she's like, as she put it, all these books, my bedroom is like a stock. Her bedroom is a stock. So she wants my books out of here. So you want to help me out, drop me a line. I'll send it to you. But yeah, I didn't really think of that, but it kind of gets it annoying. I guess that they're just there, and shouldn't be in there in the bedroom. I mean, she's okay with a Spider-Man thing here or Godzilla, like, but like those books are money. So
yeah.
So if you want Promise Dream, let me know. If you want Perfect Wish, let me know. And some books are happy, which right now is the happy trend. But then there's some books that are just like freaking sadder than sad. And that's Lost in Ways.
Lost in Ways.
And then there's a little bit of an angry book and Destiny's Calling, and it's all different emotions. But join me in my book adventure. And then there's a little bit, happiness there and coolness with the beach and stuff. So anyway, that's what I want to do. I want to do more books and more books and more books. I mean, I look at things weird. You know that. I'm looking at all the 12 books that I have. I create a block. Right. And I'm like, it's not enough. And it's like to me, I'm like, more. I'm like, oh, there's 4 empty slots. I'm like, there's 4 empty slots. I gotta fill that. I was talking to an old friend.
It's just on the right side.
I had Gil's Professionals, great magazine, Staten Island. They advertised my book. I did a 2-page ad back in the day, and I had it filled up. And I thought at the time 10 was a lot. Right. Now I got 12. Now grow, and I'm like saying to myself, I'm like, I wonder what it would look like if they were on, because now they would be filled up. Now that ad, and I just want to see it visually. Like 2 pages, all of them together, 12. But 10 was amazing when I saw it. It looked great. So I'm very motivated, very passionate about my heart, and that being my creation, my books, my characters. Yeah. So I have Facebook pages on it. I never share it. If you want to see it, check it out. There's websites for these things. But check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And I'm already been scouting for the next couple of covers. In fact, I've always have in mind the next couple of books, and it's been growing lately because mine's been writing a lot lately. It just happens. It gets in there, and I've been doing like a special book that I'm doing for someone besides doing my own. So I'm very inspired. Yeah,
it's amazing how the mind works, because I find that when I do my scripts, which I'm working on, I can see stuff. I can see like 3 or 4 scripts ahead of what I want happening, and it's like I'm very visual when it comes to writing. So
to me, it's like I know the book's future for years and years and years.
Yeah.
Like before I did Sorrow Separation, I knew that my 9th book was going to be 9 years time, no matter what. And I had all the ideas, and maybe stuff had deviated a little bit, but I knew that there was going to be this book, this book, this book. I was going to have, and then sometimes I create new ones, but there's, I had an outline.
Do you outline, do you do the outline process where you just sit down?
I know the ending. Sometimes I'll do the ending and then the middle and the front, it's all different orders.
Right.
A lot of things inspire me. Music inspires me. It could be the weather inspires me. Happiness, sadness, whatever. Right. And the thing is that one of my favorite books was Tomorrow's Song, because it was the opposite of sorrow. It was happiness, although the cover was way too similar. But I always wanted to go back and, I know I was always against George Lucas going back and fixing things, but I always wanted to do something more with Tomorrow's Song. I had a problem with doing that book because that book, things went wrong for the first time. And that's when I learned the hard way that, I was lucky with Sorrow, because after that, I almost stopped doing books after 2 because it was so a horrendous experience. But I always wanted to go back, and I always envisioned it to be brighter, brighter, brighter. And then I'm just listening to music, and I listen to the song, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I want to do a Tomorrow Song series. Like we have the Sorrow series, but Sorrow is always sad. You know, I want to show the, you know, when the character's happy. I want to do that. And then boom, this is what I envisioned, close to it. And they captured my vision. Bright colors, bright story, new romance, happiness, you know, the love, the girl with the umbrella, the Tomorrow Girl. And it was just, that's what it is. And in the old series, she was in there. I mean, here she is, you know, with the umbrella, you know. There's Matrix Lord on the bus. If you could see, says Matrix Lord.
That's cool.
Yeah. And on the hard covers only, the bus says 212 on it.
Oh,
because the
nice.
The bus says Matrix Lord, and the number on the side says 212.
Nice.
So yeah, and yeah, so I'm very artistic with stuff. I even, you know, so I'm all about the front and back covers lately. You know, ever since I think it was maybe this book is when I started experimenting with the front and back covers, make an overall picture, you know. And this one too, like, you know, you turn it the other side and the back cover is just as beautiful as the front cover, you know?
Yeah.
So same thing like this. You have the couple in the front.
That's a really nice photo though.
Yeah. And the back is the villains. The villains. So they're ready to interfere. So, you know, and of course the same characters. There's the girl with the purple hair. You know, she's the friend of the man of nothing, and she all of a sudden she wants him for herself. She doesn't see friendship anymore. She wants more. And there he is in the background surveying with the beautiful Brooklyn Bridge, the backdrop, and everything. So that's the whole thing. I'm very artistic with the covers. I got to tell you, when I'm doing when I'm doing a book, I'm a beast. You never see me because this is my baby. So I get to be a real dick. I mean, I'm sorry. Like, I want my shit perfect. And let me tell you something. They were probably cursing me, but you know what? This was perfect. This was purely perfect. And this, I had to pay extra for them to get it done on the weekend because I wanted it up before Christmas.
Yeah.
But this turned out great. This turned out unbelievable, you know. And at first, it didn't because there was like stuff going on, but things changed. Yeah. You know, I was actually in the movie theater. I think we were watching The Quiet Ones. Before it started, I got the link showing, you know, for me to approve the cover.
Right.
And originally I'm like, oh, you know, because I'm like, the umbrella's not red. It's, you know, and then Sharon's like, no, keep it because it makes the whole thing stand out, like the red umbrella. So now I created the whole thing about the umbrella changing colors and different things, and there's a whole thing in the book about it. But yeah, it really makes the book stand out. It does, you know. So that's what it is. But and again, I know I'm boring some people. People want me to talk about probably the news and the movies and stuff. But once in a while,
I mean, I find it interesting because I'm an amateur writer, but I do scripts, and I always like to know what the writer's process is in creating different moments. And you know, because I know with me, I have to I'm still writing the first script, and I find myself like stopping and then going back, looking, and then changing. It has to be very perfect before I even continue. Because I find myself that I've been working on this script for like 4 to 5 months now.
Well, this book was the longest ever. I didn't think this was ever going to come out. In fact, I was talking about this book like years ago, since I think 2013.
Damn.
I was doing casts with people that are not even in the show anymore. And I'm like, oh, in a couple of months, you know. But, of course, Hurricane Sandy hit, and that was the end of that. I mean, like, I was thinking, but then I was like, well, wait a minute, how can I do the book if everything's destroyed? And, like, where, you know, my money is not there. So, like, I'm on one hand, I'm thinking I'm going to do the book, but it never happened.
Right.
You know, and it took me years to get it out. I went through I lost my mom, and then I was, like, done. And I'm like, I'm not writing no more. And then my cousins, my family, they're like, you have to. Your mother loved that. She wants you to continue. And then I lost like 4 relatives in that year. I was destroyed.
Oh, jeez.
But then somehow, you know, after it took a while to heal and everything, I started writing again. Then I put this out.
That's really weird because I lost my father in 13.
And I dedicated it to my mom, by the way.
Yeah.
This book is dedicated to my mom. I have it in there, so.
it was just a bad time for everyone. It's like just that whole period. But I'm glad you continue writing because it seems like you are happy when you write, and
I'm
very
beyond.
enjoyable.
I'm beyond happy when I'm writing. I don't care. I am like the most happiest when I'm writing, and like not just writing, but doing the work with a team. Like I actually have a team, doing the fonts, doing the spelling. You know, because I'm not the greatest speller in the world, but like that's why they get paid the big bucks to do my spelling. but nobody changes the book. If it has to be changed, I change.
Yeah,
my words and my words alone. So I love doing the process. I love saying yes, no, and we'll go back at it for months. I will not release the book if I hate the cover. I mean, that the biggest thing to me. Yes, anybody can edit the book, but if you can't get the cover right. In my eyes,
that's because sticking point right there.
Because I have an opposite philosophy than anybody else. I feel you have to judge the book by its cover.
Yeah,
you do.
Because this cover, when you see this, you may think this is the greatest cover in the world. The same thing has to be in there. The greatest writing to be fitting of this cover. Yeah. And I'm pouring my heart in there. So, you know, my book's covers are going to stand out.
It's the cover that sells the book. Because if you've got a crappy cover, people are going to go, okay.
I'm not into covers that have words. I hate that. I understand people have author's name, of course, the whole book, and there's no artwork. No. My book covers, my name is going to be this big because I don't want to promote me. I want to promote my characters.
Yeah.
The people can't even spell my name. Don't care. But if you know what Promise Dream is, you'll find me. You know, I don't want them to memorize my name. I want them to memorize the book. I want them to like the book.
It's all about the aesthetics. When you get down to it, all about the aesthetics. You have to have an eye-catching. That's part of it. You have to have a good story, and plus you have equally have an eye-catching cover.
And you know what? Too, the picture of the author. I love this cover so much. I don't want to put my face on the back cover. It's stunning. I don't want to ruin the cover. It's the first time ever. I didn't put my face on the back cover. And then I think I did another one. I didn't put my face on the back cover. So I'm like, it doesn't need it, you know? I wanted to show off the cover, not me.
Yeah. Right.
So, I mean, once in a while, I'll put my face on there. Because, you know what, if you see me, okay, that's cool. But, so, that's what's going on. Oh, guess who's calling me? Shit!
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
I heard that.
Hello! We're in the cast. Hello! I'm doing a cast about my books. What's up? I'm live right now. Say hi. Wait, hold on.
Shit.
Hey, I'll send you a link. Okay. All right. All right, good. Okay. Okay. I'm live now. Let me get you in here.
Oh.
Okay, bye. All right.
Shit.
Yeah.
Time to. You know?
Yeah, keep right here.
Parental advisory, explicit content.
Oh, wait, he can't do Zooms.
He can't do Zooms. You got
Oh, he can't do Zooms. All right, we're going to have to create one for Mike D. All right.
Okay.
Take care. Bye for now.
Bye.